What's up, scrubs? It's Nod Lammers of Invoked 101 back again with, for the first time in a hot minute, live duel commentary. I am playing Gem Knights here, and I am playing against my friend Dan. He is piloting Branded Azamina, a brand new strategy that he's cooked up. I know that some people have been playing it for a little bit, but this is the first time I've seen it, the first time that he's played it, so I thought it'd be really interesting as the first time I'm playing Gem Knights to record it for you guys and give you some more live duel commentary. I got a 9 on the dice. Dan's going to get a... No, I got a 11 on the dice. Dan gets a 9, so I get to choose. Of course, because I'm going Gem Knights, I want to go second. So, with that said, let's get the deck shuffled up, pass it over for final cut, and let's get started. We're going to draw our 5 here. Dan's going to start with Branded Opening, pitching Branded Retribution, and that's going to get him Aluber, Jester of Despia, and get the Branded Fusion. A pretty typical Branded Opening. In my hand, I know there's a Nibiru, and I know there's some going second cards in there. So I kind of just have to sit back and watch as he combos off here for the most part. And like I said, I'm going to try and walk you through as much of the Despia stuff as I can. He's going to sack that Aluber for Diabel and go for the Azamina. He's going to get started there. I believe that's Sinful Spoils of Deception. That and he's playing a 60 card variant too, so he's cutting his deck in half and then checking the other half. Oh yeah, Sinful Spoils of Deception, or Deception of the Sinful Spoils, is what he's going to go for there. Using that, flipping it over and sacking the Witch once again to go for another Azamina card. The Azamina stuff is things I've played around with. I used it in my Fire King deck, and I quite liked it when I played it then, but it's not something that I think I enjoy playing. It's just a little too linear for me. And I know that even when Dan was playing this, he said he liked it because of all the different lines and how much you could do, but a lot of it was just like all engine based. And I think that was something that he had some qualms with. So he's going to shuffle up the deck, getting Hollowed Azamina into his hand. A absolutely fantastic card. And now we're going to pick back up on play. And there's a lot of thinking in this because, again, we're both playing decks that we don't have a ton of experience playing. I think that'll just be kind of clear. Maybe not super clear the way that we play it, but just how things go. So he's going to go Hollowed Azamina, and there's actually a bit of a mistake here because he's going to review... I don't know if it's this one or if it's the next summon off of Azamina, but he's going to go for this one. I'm just checking which one he's attempting to summon, and I believe that's the Stratos one. Or he's double checking, actually. Yeah, so there it is. He's going for the negate here. Or no, that one's the Stratos. So he's going to summon that one, and that one to get a Sinful Spoils card. Or a Diabel card, I believe. Yeah, no, Sinful Spoils. And he's just checking to make sure he can search anything here. So he's going for Wanted. I think he's thinking on a different card there for a moment, but he ends up going with Wanted here. Because I don't know what else you would really grab off of this. I don't know if there's a different Sinful Spoil that really works with what he has cooking. So then he's going to go the Hollowed Azamina to put his Azamina card back. And he's going to play it again, chaining Wanted. And this is going to search him out a different Diabel, I believe. I believe he's not going to go for Witch. He's going for a different one. The one of the newer Diabels. Which I don't know how many different ones he's playing, but I know he has the Vengeance Diabel. Yeah, there it is. In there. So now he's sacking both of those. And he didn't reveal this time, and this is where a bit of a misplay happens because he's going to summon this one, and I don't call him on it here. So I'm asking, kind of how does things work? I'm just 'cause I was confused on what was being sent here for a moment, and he's having to explain to me the level thing. Once we confirm that, once we confirm the levels are all correct, I'm a little confused on why he summoned that monster because I remember this one. We were talking about it prior to the game on what the packages were going to be and what the ratios were going to be, and I was like, oh, okay, this one's fine. So he goes effect, And then he's going through his extra deck, and then I look up, I'm like, what are you doing in there? And then I have to tell him that's not what that one does. And he's like, oh, that's the wrong one. I didn't mean to summon that one. And I could have sharked a little bit and just told him, like, no, it's too late. It's already there. And then he's confirming that the one he's going for is the other one, and that the levels would still be correct on the cost send. And I'm like, that's fine. It's fine. And I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, it is. This is a locals. This is actually part of our tournament. So, like I said, I could have. I could have sharked a little bit if I really wanted to be that guy. But I like Dan. Dan's a cool guy. And I know that, especially later on, had I sharked him here, he would have sharked me about another thing that I called on him that I did when it comes to my turn. So he's going to now activate the Branded Fusion. He starts at the beginning of the turn. But yeah, so currently he has just a body as well as a negate on field. And then he's going to start branded comboing. He's going to go Albion, and this is where I'm going to hit the Nibiru, and it's mainly just to get the Azamina off the field. And then I send the Nibiru from my hand, which is inaccurate. I shouldn't do that. And I'll rectify that in a moment. Because once he puts his graveyard back, I check the card to see if it destroys. And it does not, so I add the Nibiru back to my hand. So he's going to go Albion into Lubellion. Lubellion Ditch. And he's going to make Mirror Jade here. Or, no, he initially wanted to make... Yeah, he makes Mirror Jade. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different play. So he's going to summon Mirror Jade. And he can keep going, too, which is crazy. I am impressed with the versatility of the board. So right here, he's going to go Lubellion to send Albion. Lubellion is going to set a card once he gets to that point. I think he's just checking to see if he has anything else he can do here. And he's going to go Lubellion to get that, to get a set. A lot of these branded cards I have not seen in a hot minute either, so it's pretty interesting to see them again in play. I know for a bit Branded was tearing up, Branded, Albaz, it was just tearing up our locals. So I do have a pretty familiar matchup with what the deck does. He's going to go Retribution, which lets him put a branded spell or trap from his graveyard back into his hand. Very smart move, very... and then he's going to go Branded... Oh, no, he's banishing for DUEL. Never mind. Might be. Then he's going to go Wanted to draw a card, putting back the Deception. Sure. We're going to cut this massive 60-card deck. Plop it right on top of that card, let him draw. And it's something he can immediately use, too, which is unfortunate. I didn't realize that he immediately used it. Then he's going to go Oh, that's not Quem. That's Cartesia. Cartesia. And now he's just kind of looking around to see what else he got. He's going to go Cartesia effect to fusion summon. He's going to use Saint Azamina, it looks like. Or thinking on that. The deck is very impressive. And if you guys want a profile of it, I'll talk to Dan, see if he wants to set up a profile. It is 60 cards, though, so it is a very big profile. So he's going to fuse off DUEL and the other card and go for the Azamina. And then that card's going to bring back Saint Azamina. Or, no, it's going to bring back the negate in attack position. He's going to check his graveyard. He's going to go end phase. Now he's adding Cartesia back to hand, and he's activating Albion to set a trap card. And I'm kind of looking at my hand thinking, like, what do I got? Because I have a Lightning Storm. And I have a Forbidden Droplet, so I'm looking at his board thinking like, okay, well, this is all stuff that I can really handle. I just have to out that one negate there, which I can kind of bait and then shut off immediately with Lightning Storm and Forbidden Droplet. I'm going to draw for turn, get a Droll. He's in draw phase. He's going to get Branded Retribution, and that's going to bring back Albion. So he's going to summon Albion, and then he's going to immediately fuse for Light and Darkness Dragon. And now this is kind of where I know what Light and Darkness Dragon does. I know that it does the same thing as Light and Darkness Dragon. So now I'm thinking I just have to play this smart and play this clever. So he's going to search because of Mercurier, or because of Branded Lost. He fusion summoned, so he's going to get a search. And I'm thinking this is not a big deal. I don't care, because I'm going to nuke the board anyway with Lightning Storm. And of course, Lightning Storm's going to come down. He's going to say Light and Darkness Dragon negates. And before so I'm asking a question about it, and then I'm going to chain Lightning Forbidden Droplets, sending my Lightning Storm, and sending, I'm thinking here, because Lightning Storm is calling out attack position monsters. So I almost send 3, thinking I need to hit 3, when in reality I just need to hit 2. The Light and Darkness Dragon and the card that'll remain on field, as long as the other thing I send is a monster, because then he can't respond to it with a monster effect. And that's what I realized in that moment. So then I'm calling out 2 things, and I'm like Mirror Jade and Light and Darkness Dragon. And then we're going back and forth here about like what's actually happening and how Forbidden Droplets is working and what the chain order is. And kind of during the conversation, we're talking about like what Forbidden Droplets is hitting and what I was planning on hitting. And then I decide that I want to hit the Cartesia and the Light and Darkness Dragon. So that way Lightning Storm resolves properly. And then Cartesia will stay on the field negated. So he's checking his graveyard to see if he has any cards that can interact right now, any trap cards. Because he does have trap card in his graveyard, but I don't think he has anything that actually helps him against the Lightning Storm. And yes, the Mirror Jade will go off. So he's going to send it. And then he's going to declare Mirror Jade effect here in just a moment. Yeah, so right there he calls out Mirror Jade. And now I can basically go off uninterrupted. So I'm going to go Gem Knight Dispersion. And that's going to get me Gem Knight Nephrim. Now, Nephrim is really cool because on normal or special, she gets you another Gem Knight card. And she can also give you a extra normal summon for a gem monster. And then she can also, if used as a fusion summon, she can special summon herself back by discarding a card. So a super useful monster for it. So I'm activating Nephrim, and he's going to call out Cartesia. And then I'm informing him that Cartesia was negated off of the droplet. And so that's the part I think he could have sharked me about, is the droplet call out. So instead of searching for another dispersion, I'm just going to go hard for the Quartz and then activate Gem Knight Quartz because he controls a monster. And this is going to get me any continuous fusion spell, which of course is Brilliant or Scatter. The fact he had at least one monster in defense position really helped the rest of my plays, purely because like him having that monster on board lets me do either Scatter or Quartz. Mainly Quartz, since I'm going to get Brilliant Fusion to the field. Quartz requires your opponent to control a monster to do her effect. She also has an effect if she's sent to grave, you can add one to your hand, which I'm going to take advantage of right here. So we're going to go Brilliant Fusion to summon Master Diamond Dispersion, the new fusion monster from Monsters Mayhem. And we're going to send 1 copy of Corpse and 2 Hollow Cores. Hollow Core is absolutely fantastic, and I want a copy in my hand because he can special summon himself by dumping Gem Knight Fusion. So we're going to go Quartz, add back Hollow Core, summoning Dispersion. Brilliant Fusion will stay. We'll go Hollow Core to send Gem Knight Fusion. There are some new cards on my deck. You might be seeing Sales Ban there. So we're going to dump the Gem Knight Fusion as cost to summon Hollow Core. And at this point, I believe Hollow Core is live for his negate, which is absolutely fantastic, playing into, even though the board is basically empty. He reminds me to search off of Gem Knight Quartz right here, because I had told him prior to the game that I always forget to search off of Quartz. So I'm going to add the other copy of Dispersion here, which Dispersion is essentially a like Necros mirror, but for fusion monsters. If you have Gem Knight Fusion in your graveyard, it's just an absolutely fantastic card in that sense. Really, really like it. So we're gonna go Gem Knight Fusion to banish Nephirim, and this is where I misplay because I really should have just activated Dispersion, Gem Knight Dispersion, and this is the moment when I realize it is like, oh no, I added that back to my hand too early. It's not the end of the world, but I do leave myself vulnerable right here on Dispersion, since he tributes for cost. So we're going to summon the 3 main guys, that being Aquamarine, Topaz, and Prismarine. All 3 fantastic cards. And then I'm just going to go Prismarine to discard my Gem Knight Fusion. Or Prismora, not Prismarine, sorry. We're going to get rid of the Branded Lost. We're going to banish our Dispersion to add back Gem Knight Fusion, and then we're going to activate the Gem Knight Fusion at this point. So we're going to go Master Diamond, and then Aquamarine's going to go off, bouncing. I'm going to check the Cartesia right here to make sure it can't summon itself from the hand during my turn. And it, of course, cannot, so I'm going to bounce it back to his hand, so that way I have a free and open board. From there, now that Gem Knight Fusion's in my graveyard, we can go Gem Knight Dispersion to Fusion Summon. And I'm kind of just looking around, seeing what I want to summon, because I initially think I'm going to summon Lady Rose Diamond, which is why I throw her out. And then I take another look. I want to dump Ruby, because Ruby has the ability to tribute a Gem Knight monster you control and then gain its attack, and I want that effect for my Master Diamond. But as I kind of look around and look at my cards, I decide that I actually want Seraphonite. And so I'm going to send Ruby from extra, summon Seraphonite, and then from the deck I'm going to send another copy of either Holocore or Nephirim.
Ruby from the extra, and I'll use...
So now that Nephirim's sent, that fulfills the fairy requirement for Seraphonite. And then he asks why Rose Diamond is there, and I just tell him that it's just hanging out. So we swap that out. And so here's where we're going to use the 1,000 stack Fusion Summon. We're going to put Ruby back into the extra deck because I'm dumb. Oh no, I leave Ruby in the graveyard. And I put a Nephirim and something else back into the deck. And this is where we're going to make Brilliant Rose. Or Brilliant Diamond, sorry.
The deciding factor there.
We'll go...
Right here, I'm kind of just thinking about what my next play is going to be. Because I'm near the end of the combo, and I want to be able to close out this game because I'm going to lose all my monsters at the end of the turn. So I'm thinking, with all the cards in my hand, what's the best play. So I go Brilliant Diamond to tribute and special summon from the extra deck Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli effect, and this is where I'm going to dump Gem Knight Pearl, just because I need to dump a name. Yeah, 15 burn.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Inflict 1,000 burn damage, because it's halved. And then right here is where I decide to finally use Master Diamond's effect to banish Ruby, to copy his effect.
Master Diamond effect.
Gain Ruby's effect. Thank you, previous me. Then I'm counting out how many Gem Knights I have in my graveyard for Master Diamond's 100 buff, because he does retain his 100 buff.
900.
And so now he's going to tribute off the Lady Brilliant Diamond, who can't attack directly.
Lady Brilliant's attack. So he's gaining 1,000 plus, he's gaining 44.
So he's gaining 44?
Grand total, he's gaining 44.
And so now we're discussing how big Master Diamond is, and then I swing for lethal. So that is game 1 with me taking it, going second with Gem Knights. The burn damage off of Lapis Lazuli helping out just a bit, and Master Diamond swinging for lethal. And I'll come back into the call once we get to the shuffle cut for the game 2. Until then, check out our new channel partner, CardTrader.com. Thank you to the new channel partner, CardTrader.com.
CardTrader.com has all the Yu-Gi-Oh! And other TCG cards you could ever need. The best part is their Card Trader Zero service, which lets you compile multiple orders from different sellers into one package, all with free shipping. CardTrader even reviews the order to make sure everything is right before it's sent out to you. You can use my code INVOKED5 or my affiliate link in the description to get 5% off your next purchase. Thank you, Card Trader and Card Trader Zero, for supporting the channel. Now, back to the video.
All right, so we have shuffled. We're currently cutting the decks, and we are passing back Dan's deck right now. He has made me go first. We are cited to go first, and I am a little nervous because I don't know what my deck does going first, but I figure I'm just going to go for it and play the best I can. So we're going to go normal Gem Armadillo to search a Gem Knight monster. That'll get us our Gem Knight Hollow Core. Hollow Core's effect will send Gem Knight Fusion from deck to grave. You guys know this. And we're just trying to go for a setup. Now, knowing what I know now, I probably should have gone for Lady Rose Diamond by the end of this board. I do not. I just kind of make some big monsters and assume that I can play through it. And that kind of ended up actually being the correct play. Phantom Quartz here is going to get us Dispersion. And I do wish that there was an easier way to kind of get the continuous spells, or like just things that mention Gem Knights. It is a little unfortunate that that those are harder to get, but Gem Knight Quartz does help a lot. And I think maybe if they were easier to access, it might be just a touch crazy, but still. So we're gonna go Dispersion to Fusion Summon here, and we're checking the extra deck to see what all I can make, and I end up going with something just a little bit different. I believe I go for Lady Brilliant right here. Or Lady Rose, never mind. So we're going to throw her down. We're going to send one or two from main. I believe we send both from main. I think it's Quartz and Nephrim. So send Nephrim, send Hollow Core. No, never mind. So we're just loading up and getting ready for some negates and some fusions. Nephrim will trigger. We're going to discard our Lightning Storm because we don't need it, as we have two of them in our hand currently. Nephrim's going to summon and get another card. And I'm kind of just looking around at what all she can grab, because I want to set up for next turn, as well as just trying to survive here. So I end up grabbing Gem Knight Quartz. And I'm thinking here, because the main thing I'm thinking is I want to put Nephrim back into my hand, and Quartz can do that. As Nephrim will essentially let me just do my full play and get the other copy of Quartz turn 3. I'm really just thinking survive until turn 3 here. So now I'm looking at what cards I have, what can I make, what can I go for. As I have Gem Knight Fusion in my hand, and I'm not worried about the Gem Knight Fusions in my graveyard either. So we're going to go Gem Knight Fusion. We're going to use our Quartz in hand, as well as Nephrim and Lady Rose Diamond. Lady Rose Diamond. That was right. That's going to make Brilliant Diamond right here. And now I'm going to go Quartz Effect to add back Nephrim. So that's going to set me up for turn 3 perfectly. As long as Nephrim resolves, it'll get me the Quartz I need to OTK on turn 3. We're going to pay a stack to Fusion Summon using Quartz and Lady Rose Diamond, leaving 3 Gem Knights in my graveyard, so that way I can actually like do something with it. And then we're going to go Seraphinite. And we're just summoning Seraphinite because I'm going to go for Lapis Lazuli here. So we're sacking the Seraphinite and getting the Lapis Lazuli. And that's for burn damage, just so that way I have something to have done something this turn. Even though it's going to be only 750 thanks to the half damage.
In terms of Link monsters.
So right now I'm just kind of checking my graveyard, seeing if there's really anything else I can do. And unfortunately, there's not a lot that I can do, especially going first, and because I kind of wasted my Lady Rose Diamond. So I'm going to go Lapis. Lapis is going to send either Pearl or Ruby. Right here it sends Ruby. And that, realistically, I should just be sending Pearl. Pearl should also be an Aquamarine, I believe. Or not an Aquamarine, oh, what is it? Amethyst, I think? Just because, like, the other Aqua fusion monster. And that's just because Pearl is not great. I was playing it for a little bit because I could make rank 4s, but I don't think that I like it anymore. There's Dark Ruler No More. Dark Ruler No More is going to shut off all my stuff. And the reason he played it here is because he said, I don't know what your cards do. And I was like, it's okay. They don't do anything. But this basically guarantees that I get a turn 3 because he can't kill me here. And the only thing I really need to do or worry about is breaking the board. And I do have a Lightning Storm and a Nibiru in my hand. So right here is where I'm kind of just watching, waiting. And he's doing a very similar setup. He summons the Pank, and that's 100% initially because he wants to clear multiple cards in the battle phase. He's definitely thinking, I'm going to swing over Quartz and pop the Brilliant Diamond with that. So he's going to go Deception and start doing his Azamina plays. All of this being perfectly fine. So right here when he activates Hollowed Azamina, I'm going to chain Hollowed Core. There was a moment just a second ago where I realized that, oh yeah, there is a Hollow Core in my graveyard that I can use. And I'm not too worried about it. I kind of just wanted, at least at this moment, to stop him from using the Hollowed Azamina. But he's going to go Branded Fusion. Sending Lubellion. And now at this point, the goal becomes, okay, well, how far can he get with what he has here? So he's going to make Albion. And Albion is the 5th summon. He is declaring the effect. And this is, and I probably nibbed a little bit too early. But I'm going to throw it down anyways. I don't know if there's a better spot to nib even later on, like from what he would have done. Maybe when he got to Mirror Jade, it would have been better. But I think that this is the proper spot. And he's going to do Pankratops, not just to get value out of it, but he says it's to make sure the token isn't any bigger than it actually is. So he's going to sack the Brilliant. I'm checking to make sure that she doesn't have any form of protection on her. So he's going to blow her up. And then we're going to calculate how big Nibiru is for our stats. And I think it ended up being like 10,550 or 10,950 with 9,450 defense. It is a huge token. And that is the thing with Nibiru, is like if you hit it on a big board, it's going to be a gigantic token.
So 10.65.
Yeah, 10.65, 10.650 is what the attack stat is. And then we're gonna go defense. There it is. And it is just a massive, massive token. So he's resolving Albion here. And he's still able to put up a board, which is, you know, that's branded for you. It can just play through stuff. I don't think there's a great spot to nib on branded, especially going with where I'm at. Because I'm playing going second cards, going first. I'll be honest with you guys. I was shocked I got as far as I did. I think, and I think the Dark Ruler may have hurt Dan a little bit more than it actually hurt me. So this is going to go Lubellion. And the perk here is that he doesn't have to get rid of the Lubellion on field anymore. He can use the Albion in the grave here.
This is a rock, right? It is a rock.
So he's kind of looking around and thinking what he can summon. And this is where a little bit of a mistake happens. And that's just, you know, unfamiliarity with the cards and how they interact. But again, like this is two friends playing a game, even though it is a locals. We are still friends. It's one of those things where it's like we understand that, like, you know, we're both playing decks that we're not crazy familiar with, and we're both learning new interactions between these cards. Like this is the first time I'm playing Gem Knights competitively, and this is the first time he's playing this deck, this variant, or this is the first time he's playing a modified version of this deck, because he did play a variant of this, but has changed it up for this locals. So right here, Lubellion can actually not summon Azamina. It can only summon level 8 or lower, so he's now looking around to see what he can summon. He's thinking he might be able to go for one of the Azaminas, but he can't. So looks like he says it looks like he's just going for Mirror Jade. So he's going to send Lubellion, or shuffle back Lubellion, and summon Mirror Jade. I think the reason he doesn't use Albion here is because he wants the set off of Albion. And he does use it, granted. He does use it whenever it comes up. So he's going to summon Mirror Jade. Shuffle up the deck. Again, 60 cards, man. 60 card branded Azamina. Crazy. Hollowed Azamina is going to put back the Queen Azamina and then add it to his hand. So he will get something out of it. And then this comes down to, what do I need to do to break the board? Because now I know he's going to get the negate monster. He's not going to go for the Searcher, the Stratos. And that's just because he wants to be able to interact on my turn. Because right now he has a Mirror Jade, and he has the he'll have the interruption. Me with 3 cards in my hand, I'm thinking, how do I play around these interactions? And I think I make all the right moves personally. So yeah, so there it is. There's the negate Azamina. He's gonna get rid of both his cards there. Mirror Jade. He's activating Mirror Jade here to send, I believe, Titaniclad. So he's going to send Titaniclad, banish my Nibiru. And again, he can't hit me this turn. Or he can, but he can't do damage to me this turn because of Dark Ruler no more. So now he's getting ready. I believe he's moving to end phase and checking all his cards. There you can see I have Nephrim Lightning Storm left in my hand. So I'm thinking... At this moment, I remember thinking I'm just going to hit Lightning Storm and just play through whatever. If he banishes my my one card, my Nephrim, then that is what it is. Nephrim will still resolve and get me a search, and I'll just have to play through it there using Gem Knight Dispersion and whatnot to try and keep going. It also all depends on what the top deck is. And I'm not even thinking with the top deck in mind here. But so now he's moving to end phase. He's going to set his Deception, and he's going to summon Guiding Quem. Quem is going to send Cartesia to the graveyard here. And then Cartesia is going to add herself to the hand. So he's loading up for... Or no, he's sending Albaz. Oh yeah, he's sending Albaz because he's setting up for Retribution. So now he's going Albion effect. And that's going to put down the branded... Not Retribution, branded Banishment? The trap card that summons from grave. The Monster Reborn and Fusion summon. Yeah, branded Banishment. There it is. So set that. And this is where he's going to pass turn. I'm going to draw. And right there I draw Absorb Fusion, which is a fantastic draw here. Especially because I'm trying to bait the negate. So I know Mirror Jade can't interact with me. I know he has the branded Banishment. So I think the smart move here is just to go Lightning Storm, call back row.
Lightning Storm, call monster.
Lightning Storm, call monster.
Actually, no, I call monsters here. Never mind, my bad. So now he's going to send his monster off. So that's Lightning Storm out of the way. And then we're going to go... So now I can play and go Absorb Fusion. Because what I was thinking is that he could use his back row to just like interact with Lightning Storm if I called back row. Whereas if I called monsters, he had to answer it.
It just infuses.
So Absorb Fusion, what it does is it adds a Gem Knight card from your deck to your hand. And then it gives you the option to Fusion Summon by banishing from hand or field.
So whatever you add, if you had another, you could.
So it's not a great card, but it is still a Rhoda. And that's the main reason I'm playing it, is because I have cut it down to 2. So I'm going to add Quartz here. And my main game plan is just to go until I can't. So I'm going to Quartz to get a continuous spell.
Place the continuous. That is fine.
So right here, and I believe I go Scatter Fusion just because it's... Oh, nope, Brilliant Fusion. Oh. Yep, Scatter Fusion. Yep, go Scatter Fusion. And again, I do wish that there was a better way to search these cards. Scatter Fusion, he lets Scatter Fusion resolve, which Scatter Fusion's effectively another copy of Brilliant. So right here, I'm just determining what I want to summon with it. I believe it's Lady Rose Diamond. So we're going to send 2. Checking what I got in my graveyard because I am playing on turn 3 here, and I just need to OTK. I do still have Master Diamond Dispersion in my extra deck, which is great, and all the targets for him. So we're going to send Quartz and Hollow Core. And I'm sending Hollow Core, Quartz and Hollow Core because I want the Hollow Core back to my hand for follow-up. And so he's going to go... He's thinking on his cards right here. He's checking his graveyard. He had activated Quem. So right here, he's activating Quem on Resolution to special summon Albion. And in response, I'm going to activate Hollow Core.
Well, also...
So, and then this is where... Because what happened was... He immediately on res, he's activating Quem. So I'm calling out that like I have an effect here as well with Gemnite Quartz.
Okay, so chain 1, 2, 3.
And there is another Hollow Core in my graveyard, which is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to use 1 Hollow Core to banish a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
And then I add one of the fusion monsters back to my extra deck.
Yes. Okay. Trigger because you activated a card. Okay. Banish Lapis.
And so now this is where I start using Lady Rose Diamond to start blowing up the board. So Lady Rose Diamond has the effect of when your opponent activates a monster effect,
That's in your graveyard. Sorry, it might be.
she can banish a Gemnite from your graveyard and start destroying face-up monsters your opponent controls. So he's looking at what he can summon from grave, and if he can make a fusion here, if he can do anything with what he has. And I don't know if there is. I believe there's nothing that he summons here. Mainly because Mirror Jade being a worm really throws a kink into summoning the that Light and Darkness Dragon fusion monster. Which would help him here. It would help a lot. Especially because Hollow Core's gone off already. So he's just going to bring back Quem right there. And then I'm going to destroy the token, I believe, because the token is huge.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I gotta destroy a card. He's really big.
Yeah, so now I'm just talking about like how I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of the token otherwise, so I pop the token. Quem's going to go off.
This is right.
And then I'm gonna read my Rose Diamond and realize it's not once per turn.
You're not once per. I'll do it again.
So I'll go Rose Diamond, banishing Phantom Quartz from the grave. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I believe I read Rose Diamond correctly, and she is not a once per turn on that banish
I
effect.
should have left that on the field during your turn.
So Rose Diamond will destroy another card, that being the Quem later on once he's done searching. Yeah, he's just going through the deck. I think he's just thinking like, what all do I have here? I think he's kind of realized he doesn't have a ton to do with the deck, and I still have Nephrim in my hand. I still haven't normaled. I'm sitting pretty with where I'm at. So he's gonna send Branded Retribution.
Sure. And that just adds one to the grave.
And then this is where Rose Diamond should have blown up a card. I didn't, though. I didn't call it out, which is fine.
To add, yeah, to add to my graveyard. Sure.
So he's going to grab one out of the grave and add it to the hand.
Don't worry, I can't.
And I'm going to add Gemnite Dispersion because I have Gemnite Fusion in my graveyard.
Oh, resolving. Pop this. Sure, forgot the
Oh, and there it is. There's the realization that I should have that the call out for the resolution destroyed that. So now we're gonna link summon into Phantom Quartz. Phantom Quartz is gonna activate to search another copy of Dispersion. Yeah, because I'm just kind of looking for cards at this point, and Gem Knight Dispersion is the card. It is the card that's gonna get me the furthest right now. So I'm gonna go Dispersion, adding Gem Armadillo because it does add a gem monster. And then I'll activate the other effect to fusion summon here. And right here, I'm just going for Gem Knight Master Diamond Dispersion. So we're going to send Nephirim, and then I start looking through my extra deck for other cards to use with not Master Diamond, to use with Gem Knight Dispersion. Because I don't want to use the other guys. I want to use... I want to keep the 3 that you summon off of him in the deck. And I believe I just start digging for Gem Armadillos to use, because you can use Gem Monsters. So I send the 2 Nephirims and a Gem Armadillo. And then we're going to summon Gem Knight Master Diamond Dispersion.
Or I could just keep it in and just use it for the Omni game.
True.
Right. That'll free up.
Where I realized that I can't use Nephirim to extra normal summon the Gem Armadillo. Use Gem Knight Fusion to add it back to my hand. Dispersion effect to tribute himself.
Effect.
And get out the other 3 Gem Knights, the good ones. And I probably should have just summoned Ruby right there instead of Topaz. But it's fine. I'm going to go Prismora effect to pop the back row. Gem Knight Fusion to add back to hand. And this is just kind of where the board starts getting picked apart. And then I summon Master Diamond, and then Aquamarine bounces Mirror Jade back to the extra, keeping it from nuking my board in case I can't kill him this turn.
Oh, thank God you're still down
And so now my extra deck is down to 4 cards. It's down to Donner, Dagger for Hire, the Rock Link monster, and then like a Lady Brilliant Diamond. So now I'm like, okay, I need to fusion summon for a stack here. And we're just going to put stuff back into my extra deck, essentially. One of which being Lapis Lazuli and Ruby. So that way we have stuff to dump and banish. So we're going to put those 3 back. Summon Lady Brilliant Diamond. And then we're going to go Lady Brilliant Diamond effect. Because now I'm reading Ruby and I'm like, oh, this is how I'm going to win. So we're going to go Lady Brilliant Diamond effect to tribute Phantom Quartz. That's going to get us... I almost summoned Gem Knight Master Diamond Dispersion for the 3k attack, but I end up going with Lapis Lazuli.
So I can put another one.
Because now I'm thinking, I'm like, how do I get Ruby back in my graveyard for the damage? So then we go Lapis Lazuli. Lapis effect to burn, but it's halved for another 750.
Oh, and I get a
And yep, there it is. Remembering that I had to send one for it. And then we'll go Master Diamond, banishing Ruby, Master Diamond, tribute, and this will be lethal right here with Master Diamond and Lapis Lazuli on field. So now we're just counting out how much damage he's going to take, how much Master Diamond is at.
8, 9, 10, 11 plus 34.
So Master Diamond's getting 45, and then he just swings for lethal. And that is it. That is the live duel. That is in Azamina versus Gem Knights. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Let me know if you want more live duel stuff. I am more than happy to put it up. Thank you so much for watching if you watched the whole thing, and I will see you in the next one.